Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make a worm farm because as some of you might know, if you love fishing and you go and buy a bunch of bait at the store, it will end up costing a lot of money if you do it quite often. So I'm making a little tutorial about how to make your own worm farm, and it's going to be pretty simple and not going to be free, but very, very inexpensive, because the products that you will need are going to be provided, like by everyday household things. For the intro, I was videoing this dirt here, and this dirt is very important. You have to find dirt sort of like pretty, very small clumps. You need to find a somewhat large amount of it, enough to fill about a gallon of like if you got a jug and you could cut the top off of that and then you place the dirt in it, that would be about as much dirt as you need. Or if you want a bigger bin, you're going to need a lot of dirt, but the jug's always another option if you don't have that much dirt. So anyway, you will use this dirt. It has to be somewhat damp. If you're doing this in the middle of the summer and it's very hot, you might want to make sure the dirt is very damp. And if you see any worms or slugs or any animals that need a lot of moisture around, that is a good sign, because that means it's suitable condition for your worms. So what you're going to do is you're going to get this, put it in a container. It doesn't matter. Just make it at a minimum of about a gallon of dirt, if you could measure it that way. Just put it in a jug that's about a gallon. Or a bin. So what you're going to do is you're going to get the dirt and you're going to get the worms. So to see if the dirt's suitable, like I said earlier, you're going to make sure there's worms. So you get the worms and the dirt, you put it in the bin. You make sure it's very damp. It has a lot of, you can see like leaves. Say if I got a leaf, I ripped it up and I mixed it with the dirt. That would be good, because then the worms, it would decay over time and the worms would eat it. And then they would poop out stuff called castings, and it looks sort of like this. It looks sort of like the soils here, because there are worms here, and it is very soft. So that will be what you need. It's very fertile for anything really, and it's going to be on the top layer of your bin. So you're going to get that. You're going to get the scraps of plants, and you're going to put it in your bin, and I will show you what it looks like. So here is my worm bin, and this will produce a lot of worms. I collected a few worms in the soil, and as you can see, I put banana scraps on top of it, because over time this will decay, and that will be the stuff that the worms will eat, as I said. And here, I'm going to take a little dig to see if I can find any worms. Of course, oh, I found one right there, wow. This is a very new farm. I did it not too long ago, and you could just leave that here in a dry, not dry. Keep the bin wet and sort of damp, but you keep the area around dry by using the bin. And you want to put a lid on it, and you typically don't want to make this very hot, because if it's very hot, what's going to happen is your worms are just going to die, and it's going to smell like complete crap. So you'll put something on top that covers the whole top, and it looks pretty covered. So I'll put this on top like a weight. So I make double sure that the worms cannot escape, because they tend to stay at the bottom, so you wouldn't worry about that. So this is what it looks like. I hope you're just going to leave it here, and it will produce more worms. I hope you guys liked this video. Like and subscribe if you want more stuff like this, and bye.